What is happiness? We all want to be happy. We want to enjoy life. What is the meaning of happiness? In Greek thought, there are states of pain, states of happiness, states of sadness. To some extent, we have that in the Jewish tradition, but the Jewish way of understanding happiness is very different to the Greek way of understanding happiness. We have to differentiate between what we call hana'ah, pleasure, and what we call simcha, joy, or happiness. Hana'ah, pleasure, is something we can derive from food, from all kinds of physical pleasure. This is a physical phenomenon. It happens regardless of whether we also get some spiritual pleasure from it as well. It happens regardless of whether we even think about it. For example, sneezing is quite a pleasurable experience, but it goes quickly like that. We don't think about it before, and we don't think about it afterwards usually. The Torah does not spend much time talking about hana'ah, pleasure. It does talk about something called simcha, joy. But simcha is not a state as such. You don't enter into a state of joy and remain in that state all the time. It's not like opening a door and entering a new room and staying in that room. The same thing is true of sadness, of depression, and similarly, illness and sickness are phases that affect our bodies, sometimes beyond our control. Simcha means enjoying an act because you realize the value in it, appreciating an act because you understand what it's about. So, for example, if I go to visit somebody who's sick in a hospital, I'm not really enjoying that experience as such. It's not a pleasurable experience. However, if I feel I'm doing somebody some good and I'm helping that person, then I can rejoice in the act of helping that person. That would be an example of simcha. And so, in effect, in our tradition, we talk about simcha shel mitzvah, the joy of doing the right thing, of doing a good thing, of helping other people, of being kind to people. This is the joy we get in life. Going to a club, having a party, that is hana'ah, that is pleasure. And we're allowed to have pleasure as well. But true happiness is not just having pleasure, it's doing something valuable, appreciating it, and this is what human beings are different in from animals and from lower forms of life, and that's what the Almighty wants of us.